Hey, what's going on? My name is Chris Crow. I'm so excited that you all decided to join me today on my channel. Hey, I am here to help encourage you. I hope that you're having a great day, and I want to thank you for hanging out with me just for a couple minutes as we talk. So last Sunday, I preached my last sermon at my church.
Say it ain't so, Tom. Say it ain't so.
I stepped down because of theological differences between me and the church. Nothing immoral, nothing bad. It was just I couldn't teach a theology that they were holding to. So I had to back down from leadership. Purely theological, that's all it was. But it got me thinking, I sat there all week trying to figure out what my last sermon was, right? Like, what do I want to leave to my congregation as I'm walking out? And this is a message I wanted to share with you all because I think it's so important. And that is, don't leave your faith inside of the church building. Don't leave your faith inside the church building. What does that mean? It means so many times that we go to church and that's where we have our faith, right? We go to church, that's where we have our faith. That's where we're Christians and everything else. But then we walk out of the church, we get in our car and we drive away.
I'm speed.
And we leave kind of our Christian walk back at the church. And that is absolutely not okay to do. Because see, I was doing some research on early church, and something that would hit me, and it was documented all the time, is that early church fathers, early church body, I should say, was made up of believers. Yeah, non-believers could come, but it was made up of believers. Part of that is because they would partake in the Eucharist, and the Eucharist was absolutely for believers only. In fact, it wasn't just for believers, it was for baptized believers. We find that in early church documents such as like the Didache. Like, you had to be a believer, you had to be a follower of Christ to be able to take the Eucharist. So this was a service. The church service was for believers. So we kind of lost that though, right? Because so many times as a pastor, I've said, hey, bring your non-believing friends to church. Hey, we're going to do this sermon series so you can bring your friends to church. Let's get all this stuff. And something switched, and that's not okay, where we started inviting people to church instead of telling them about Jesus. We started inviting people to church instead of making disciples. See, in Matthew, we hear the Great Commission, right? Go out and make disciples of all men, all nations, baptizing in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We started taking that mandate that we were supposed to do and shifting it to the church and have the church do it. And this got me thinking, it's like, man, how wrong could I have been? How wrong had we all have been? That we decide that it's no longer my responsibility to share the love of Christ, but it's now the pastor's responsibility to share the love of Christ. That's not the pastor's job. It's part of the pastor's job. Yes, the pastor should be doing it too, but that's not the only thing a pastor should be doing. It was mandated for all Christians to do this, right? So it kind of got me thinking. It was like, well, if I really love somebody, I'm going to tell them about Christ, right? I'm going to tell them about Jesus. The greatest relationship I have is my relationship with God. Should I not be telling other people about the greatest relationship they can have with God? I started thinking about, like, if I had a really cool friend, I have some really cool friends. Don't tell them I said that because they're all kind of jerks sometimes when I say stuff like this. But when I am introducing my friends, and I have this cool friend, I'm like, hey, dude, you got to meet my friend, dude. He is so cool, man. You're going to love him. Why aren't we doing that with Jesus? Jesus is our God. Like, he saved us from eternity, from hell. He allowed us, the sacrifice allowed us to have a relationship with God. And so many times we forget, it's like, oh, my eternity starts, right? My eternity starts when I die. No, it doesn't. Your eternity starts now, and we should be sharing this. We need to be going out and telling the world about Jesus and how he saved us, about how they can have this relationship with God too. And it's not our pastor's job per se to go and do that. It's ours. Now, if they have questions that we don't know, yes, go take them to the pastor. Say, hey, man, you might know this better. Look it up, But our job is to let people know about Christ. And I'm not saying to do it arrogantly. I'm not saying to do it in your face. I'm not saying all this that you have to be like, hey, dude, you got to know Jesus and start shoving it in their face. And you're like, stop, no. I should cut that.
Leave it. It's not.
Oh, whatever. But I'm saying is so many times we have taken our job and pushed it off to somebody else. And we should start looking to where we can help love our neighbor, share the love of Christ, and have that. And as my son's over here, I don't know if you can hear him playing all this game, making gun noises over here as I'm recording. And he's over here. But it's our job to tell people about Christ. He's over here freaking out. I love it. Hey, come here, Corbin. You want to say hi to people? Yeah, he's running away now. But no, so as I wrap this up, it's our job to tell people about Christ. Right, Corbin? Yeah. All right, with that, hey guys, thanks for hanging out. God bless you. See you next time.